Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. I'm going to do a daily mini message for you today, but it is not a daily reading. I had a conversation with Spirit yesterday, and it was a beautiful, flowing realization, remembrance about various creative expressions I pass on in my messages about letting go. So this message I'm about to give is for you, my darling. If your choices and subsequent actions are creating the same outcomes and you're feeling a little dissatisfied, disappointed, even despair at this time. And it's for when you're over analyzing and trying to control the outcomes. So the message is, and you've heard me say this many times, surrender now, surrender to God, surrender to the universe, let go and let God. When you hand it over to God, you see God's hand in everything. And for those familiar with my readings, I do repeat those words throughout Spirit's messages. But yesterday, Spirit gave me deeper and deeper meanings to those words. And what Spirit gave me, I'm passing on to you because it is so beautifully simple and at the same time allows us to find and understand again the deeper meanings behind so many words we use. Spirit calls them the lost words, which is rather beautiful because we have lost the true meaning of them, although we use them day to day. So here we go. I will talk slowly, and normally, you know, I talk quite fast. I will talk slowly and repeat to allow you to absorb what I'm going to say. So I'm going to repeat, let go, let God, surrender, and let it happen by itself. It is in good hands because the universe is your partner. It is co-creating with you. It is you. You are one and the same. So first of all, let's look at let it happen by itself. We call that which happens by itself, we call that spontaneous. So let's look at spontaneous. So spontaneous is a word that we use a lot, don't we? But let's look at the deep meanings of spontaneous. Spontaneous means, and I'm going to have to remember this, self-acting, occurring as a result of energetic, momentary impulse or inclination without premeditation, proceeding from natural feeling or tendency without external constraint, and controlled and directed internally. Now, remember that everything, us included, is energy, all created from source energy, all connected in a vibrational relationship or vibrational accord or discord with each other. So everything in nature is spontaneous energy, and we have a radical acceptance of that. We have a radical acceptance of the seasons, the natural growth of plants, flowers, fruits, all of nature. We don't complain about it. We have that absolute acceptance that that is exactly how it should be. It is happening by itself. And of course, we are naturally spontaneous too. So our breathing is spontaneous, although interestingly, we can also change our breathing, can't we? Our breathing, our cells, regeneration, our hair growing, it's all spontaneous. Remembering it's the same source energy. So all of that within us happens by itself spontaneously without us having to do anything about it or interfere. So it is again creative life force, source energy of which we are a part, just like nature. Now, life force, interestingly, if you look at life force, is the natural universe, vibrating energy that exists in all things. It is the rhythmic essence of life that flows through all living things that we call our soul. So we are that creative life force energy. We were created to create. And as human beings, we were given the very special gift of conscious awareness of that. So when Spirit says, let go and let God, and let it happen by itself, it is not telling us, Spirit is not telling us to do nothing, to do no thing. It is telling us to focus our joyful intention and energy on simply creating spontaneously with the awareness that we are part of this life force energy. And that when we trust and act on our creative, spontaneous impulses, inspirations, inclinations, rhythmic flow, intuition, all of that is original source thought, then we are creating spontaneously and allowing it to happen by itself. We should remember, though, that creative life force energy is unconditional love. And the laws of the universe are that it is not judgmental, not egotistical, and doesn't ask anybody to change against their free will. So when you are creating, manifesting, desiring, do so with that appreciation. That is the language of the universe. So in the understanding of spontaneous creative life force energy, and in the appreciation of spontaneous creative life force energy, I am going to repeat because it just takes time to absorb, there will naturally come a place and a feeling of ease within you in letting the rhythmic flow carry you. And that's the secret, to have that ease, to have that allowing, to have that acceptance of where you are. So if we are not resisting and we're not interfering and we're not forcing our ego will, we are at ease in the natural rhythmic order and flow. Therefore, we are co-creating. The universe is our partner, our trusted partner. We are trusting it is in hand. It is in God's hands, the universe's hands, and we are allowing it to happen by itself. Now, the word itself, an interesting word we use all the time. Let's look at the word itself. It's self, IT''S self. We are all its self, created to create. We are all the universe God. And we are created to create, to allow the universe God to experience itself. The universe experiences itself through our experiences, through our perceptions, our eyes, our desires, our feelings. So let's go deeper and look at the universe, God, Spirit. I talk about the omniverse. That was a word Spirit gave me. Omni meaning all there is. Verse meaning arranged in a rhythmic pattern. So act in rhythm with what is happening. Act in rhythm with the flow. Act in accordance with the way that things exist. As you know from my messages, the Chinese expression for that is the Wu Wei. Follow your creative, spontaneous impulses, follow your heart's desire, follow your inspirational, original thoughts, follow your intuition. All of this is creative life source energy. Feeling that creative energy in motion, which is emotion, energy in motion, emotion, your emotions. It's beautiful, isn't it? And respecting the natural energy cycle that you're in. The only force required for you to manifest, to you to create, is creative life force energy. And creative life force energy is so much more powerful than controlling force energy. Let's look at follow. Follow means to be led, to be guided, to be inspired. So to have faith. So by having an act of faith, by having an act of inspiration, by having an act of spontaneous impulse and following the rhythmic pattern of it all, you will be in symphony with creative life force energy, co-creating and orchestrating a beautiful natural harmony. And there's never a rush to a harmony, is there? We don't just go and listen to the last piece of a harmony. We love the process of it. And it will seem serendipitous in its approach. So I want to look at the word serendipity, the happening and coincidental development of events by chance in a happy, beneficial way that cannot be explained logically by science. It's just impossible to explain. And that allows us to trust and believe in the universe, God, spirit, because there are no other explanations. And spirit said, let's call that co-creating incidents. So in summary, my darling, hand this over to God. Whatever you are thinking about, it is in safe hands. You are co-creating when you do so with a willingness to focus on creative life force energy, alongside the willingness to be at ease with the flow. This is your creative expression with the powerful flowing energy and motion, emotion that accompanies this. Then it happens spontaneously, and you have let it happen all by itself. You have let the universe orchestrate your desired outcome in the natural flow of life. So I trust and I hope that this has helped those that this message has resonated with. I love to receive messages such as this. And Spirit did ask me to do a little bit of homework around it in terms of looking at the deeper meanings of words. But it was a very beautiful message. And so I am delighted to be able to pass this on to you. I hope you're having a very beautiful day, and I look forward to doing a daily mini reading for you tomorrow. Take care, my darling. So much love to you. Bye-bye.